Hey everyone, meet Adam. Adam is a historian. A historian learns about different parts of history. Many historians write books and articles on what they learn. As a historian, Adam teaches kids about different parts of history. One way that he teaches kids is by having a YouTube channel. Having a YouTube channel lets Adam teach kids all around the country. Kids can watch the episodes at home or at school. Today, Adam is recording a new episode for his YouTube channel. The episode is going to be called How People Felt About the Transcontinental Railroad. In the first episode, Adam is going to explain what the Transcontinental Railroad was. The Transcontinental Railroad was the first railroad built across the entire United States. It was built between 1863 and 1869. The goal of the railroad was to connect the United States from coast to coast. This meant that someone could travel from New York City to San Francisco by train. In the second part of the episode, Adam is going to talk about how people who lived in the United States during this time felt about the Transcontinental Railroad. He explains that people had different perspectives on the railroad being built. This means that people had different feelings about the Transcontinental Railroad because it would affect people's lives differently. For example, wealthy businessmen who owned the railroad companies were really excited for the railroad to be built. The businessmen had the support of the U.S. government to build the railroad tracks out in the Western territories. This meant that the government helped pay for some of the railroads being built. The businessmen were excited and eager to have the railroad built. They also felt confident because the government was very supportive. Next, Adam will explain that members of the Meskwaki Nation were not happy about the railroad being built. The railroad was going to be built through their land and destroy it. Because the railroad was built on their land, they were forced to move so that it could be completed. Lastly, Adam is going to explain how European immigrants and African Americans who built the railroad also had a different perspective. Immigrants and African Americans who built the railroad were exhausted and angry. It was extremely difficult to build, and they had to work very long hours. At the end of the YouTube episode, Adam is going to explain that different people have different perspectives on the building of the Transcontinental Railroad. Adam is excited to upload his YouTube video so he can teach students around the world about how people felt about the railroad. Now it's your turn to go on an adventure and create a YouTube channel about the Transcontinental Railroad.